Hello, welcome to Almost Daily Videos. My name is Susan Vance. I belong to SNAP, Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests. If you want to know more about SNAP, go to our global mission stated in snapnetwork.org. We're here for day 31 of Hold Them Accountable. We are holding accountable Archbishop Shelton Fobb and the Diocese of Knoxville for failure to follow policy, failure to be transparent. There are two porno priests in the diocese. One has been identified as Father Anthony Pinnacle, and the other is yet to be identified. The parish, the diocese, no one knows about this priest, and it is way past time for the diocese to be transparent. The pornography that was found on Father Pinnacle's laptop was significant, but it was kept out of the criminal trial, and he was acquitted. This is a travesty of justice, in my opinion. Remember, Archbishop Fobb, that your tenure as an apostolic administrator of the Diocese of Knoxville is being marred by this pornography scandal, which is not going away until the diocese owns up to it. Tyler Whetstone of the Knoxville News-Sentinel has an excellent article. We've talked about it before. We're going to continue to talk about bits and pieces of this for further clarification. One thing changed in the diocesan policy following lawsuits and investigations is the definition of retaliation, and it states that no one who is accused may retaliate against the accuser or anyone who has reported this abuse, nor may the person who is accused send other people to retaliate against the person reporting. This retaliation is clearly something that happened in the Jane Doe of Gatlinburg case, the Father Pinnacle case. A Honduran woman seeking asylum in the U.S., her 3 children, and we tried to tell the St. Mary's Church in Gatlinburg that they were being misinformed, they were being lied to, the diocese was not following policy. And the one at the helm at the time is of course, Bishop Richard Sticka. He and the Diocese of Knoxville tried to do everything they could to keep from following policy, and they did a good job. They did not follow their policy. Failure to follow policy is betrayal of the victim, betrayal of the people in the parish, betrayal of the entire church. Now, there are 2 things in abuse: clergy sex abuse of minors and clergy sex abuse of adults, sexual exploitation of adults. They both have a common denominator, and that is abuse of power. This is not about sex. This is about abuse of power. Sexual exploitation of an adult is either that of a male or a female by clergy. It is defined in the policy of the Diocese of Knoxville as a violation of trust, and you can find that in Section B, page 12 of the policy. Here is a piece of the policy which we're going to discuss right now. Any kind of immoral sexual interaction between clergy, religious, or other church personnel, whether initiated by one or by the other. Now, a lot of people think, well, if the priest initiates this, it's sexual exploitation. If it occurs, if the immoral actions occur, whether it's with consent of one or the other, it's still sexual exploitation of an adult. The clergy always are in positions of power, always. So it is not an affair, it is not a relationship, it is abuse. And it is very important to name it as it is. People like to say, oh, Father's having an affair, or Father has a relationship. No, Father is abusing an adult. Because if someone knows a priest as the priest, and knows him through counseling or being a parishioner or just living in the city and knowing, hey, that's Father so-and-so, pastor of such and such church, that is a position of power, and if he commits immoral sexual acts with an adult, it is sexual exploitation. Tomorrow we're going to talk about a case that was filed in 2020 that you never heard about. And it clearly shows retaliation, and you need to know because it is a stark case of retaliation against the victim. Call the Diocese of Knoxville at 865-584-3307, and also go to theangrycatholic.com, episode 221, to see about the unidentified porno priest. If you want to see these videos in order, go to youtube.com/@snaptn/videos. I'll be back tomorrow for day 32. This is not going away until the diocese, till the church follows its policy and is transparent. We're still waiting. Thank you.